As someone who's spent decades exploring consciousness and the subtle architecture of the human experience, I've come to appreciate one essential truth. If we want to measure our growth, it helps to have a yardstick. That's what led me to create the JOLT Scales, a framework for tracking our spiritual progress in four core areas: joy, oneness, love, and truth. These aren't abstract ideals, they're living, measurable energies. They tell us something about how closely we're aligned with our highest self and how much static we might still be carrying from our programming, conditioning, and life experiences. Let's unpack each one. Joy is the first scale, and it's often misunderstood. I'm not talking about that caffeine and lottery ticket kind of happiness that comes and goes with circumstances. While happiness depends on happenings, joy does not. I mean deep, sustainable joy, the kind that hums in your body, such as an ecstatic feeling in your solar plexus that radiates from inside out. When we're aligned, joy can bubble up from that still place within that connects us to the divine all. When we're not feeling that, we know it. We feel flat, heavy, sometimes depressed. Joy doesn't just make life more fun, it's a feedback signal telling us we're vibrating close to the authentic frequency of our highest, truest self. Oneness is about our sense of connection with all that is. When we're low on this scale, everything feels separate and adversarial: me versus you, us versus them. It's the mindset that breeds conflict and scarcity. But climb the oneness scale, and suddenly you see and feel the invisible web that connects everything. You move from competition to collaboration, from exclusion to inclusion. It's not about giving up your me, but synergizing with a more conscious, kind, and functional we. Love is the one we all think we understand, until we realize we've been confusing it with approval or attachment. True love, the kind this scale measures, is unconditional. It's the vibration that transcends fear in all its clever disguises, derived from a false sense of separation, judgment, anger, and defensiveness. As we ascend this scale, we develop the capacity to offer compassion, even when it's not convenient or reciprocated. We stop keeping emotional score and start showing up with heart. And then there's truth, perhaps the most challenging and liberating scale of all. At its lowest points, this scale is crowded with agenda-serving narratives, half-truths, and fear-based illusions we largely inherited prior to the age of consent. At the higher end lies a kind of fearless devotion, where truth matters more than comfort or conformity. And here's the beautiful paradox. The more we commit to truth, the more we naturally elevate in love, joy, and oneness. They're not separate metrics. They're interwoven frequencies or notes within our personal chord, within a multidimensional symphony. In my daily life, I use the JOLT scales as an inner compass. Before reacting, I ask myself, what would the highest levels of joy, oneness, love, and truth do in this situation? That one question alone can reroute an entire thought stream, conversation, decision, and outcome. These scales also work synergistically. Climb one, and you often find yourself advancing on the others. Embracing truth draws you toward love. Opening to oneness boosts your joy. And acting from love opens us to deeper truths. It's not a staircase, it's more like an upward spiral, each loop bringing us closer to coherence, alignment, and peace. We were born with high scores on all four scales. As infants, we knew how to laugh from the belly, trust life, love unconditionally, and sense the authenticity of our surroundings. Over time, programming layered over that innocence. Conditioning told us to dial it down, fit in, be afraid. So, this journey isn't about learning new tricks. It's about remembering who we were and can be again once we stop playing the part of who we were convinced to be. In a world increasingly obsessed with metrics that measure wealth, status, and followers, the JOLT scales offer a refreshing alternative. They remind us that real success isn't something we acquire, it's something we reclaim. Our joy, our sense of unity, our capacity to love, and our dedication to truth. These are the real currencies of an ascended life. I invite you to play with these scales. Check in with them regularly. Let them inform how you show up, not as a rigid system, but as a gentle mirror. The more we jolt ourselves awake, the more we help shift our reality from fear based autopilot to conscious, compassionate alignment with the highest and best version of ourselves. After all, this shift we're going through isn't happening to us, it's happening through us. And if we each prioritize to daily show up with more joy, oneness, love, and truth, imagine the personal and collective reality we could manifest. What will it be? The preceding is an AI approximation of Bob Cochran's writing and voice. For more information on Bob's first book, Emerging Imaginal You, a time traveling note to self from the corner of science and spirituality, or his second book, Hyperdimensional You, Surfing the Shift Toward Mastery, check out Clever, the number 2, Wise, that's clever2wise.com. On Facebook, search for hashtag Clever2Wise. To be notified of Bob's latest free video, search for @Clever2Wise on YouTube and click subscribe.